Should we start with The Masked Singer?
Yeah, basically we get the initial songs, the celebrities will choose the songs. We find the right key for the celebrity. And then once it's all agreed, and then they'll get clearance, then we make, along with the musical director, make the tracks. And I do all the backing vocals, all the male backing vocals.
I love that show. So from a viewer's perspective, it's so seamless. A great bit of family entertainment, but I bet the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes is a lot, right?
It's a lot. We start in July and we go through till it's filmed in October. And it really is full on for a while. There's so many changes. I mean, we did, I think, 140 songs when they use about 80.
Who picks the songs? Who chooses
the music supervisor and celebrities together.
Oh,
I think they do
can.
it together.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because there's some absolute bangers, isn't there?
We have to get clearance on all the songs. So I have to sing a guide vocal for everything. This year we had a Muppet song to sing called Rainbow Connection, and I loved that. So I had to I had to do Kermit the Frog, beautiful song. It's just like, oh man,
you get to sing all your favourite songs.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the best job in the world, right?
It feels like it, actually, yeah.
The new series, that's an ITV one. It's going to be absolutely brilliant, and they've got some really good characters this year.
Yeah, some great singers too.
Really, exactly. Well, I don't know. You know, but you can't obviously spill anything.
I don't know who they are, but I know because of the songs that we have to do. It's like, well, I was going to sing this one. It's got to be a really good singer. Yeah. I mean, last year the winner was Danny Jones from McFly.
Oh, yeah. Amazing
and every
voice.
song he had, I'm like, I don't know who's doing this. He's like, some real tough songs on there. He's got to be a really good singer.
Yeah.
And he did apologise to me actually when we went to the rap party. He said, "Sorry, man, you had your work cut out."
They have to sign NDA. Do you
NDA.
as well?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, so I can't squeeze anything out of you then?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, well, that's what he's saying. He's double bluffing me. And tell us, what's it like to work with Barry? Barry.
Hello.
Hello. It's lovely to have you in the studio.
Yes, nice to be here.
Barry is the guy, the agent, and for years, but everybody knows Barry.
I mean, you're going to have a busy 2025 then, both of you.
I don't know about double that. I wouldn't be able to see you.
After a few sherries, I reckon. Could be anyone.
I've seen Barry after. Yeah, Barry likes a sherry.
Yeah, I do.
I knew that. It's that jumper. It's giving you sherry vibes. Like, what are the rap parties like? Are they
really good?
Absolutely brilliant.
And it's the first time that I get to meet people as well, so it's just great,
Yeah.
And even
of course, you don't get to meet anyone until after. No. Who would be your ultimate person that you would see under a mask? Has to be one. I'm not taking two.
Yeah. I mean, mine would be Stevie Wonder. Because not that he's ever going to do it.
What are you thinking, Barry? Who would be your...
I don't know. I'm finding it very difficult to think of somebody
Sorry,
who I would
it's not
really
nice when I
want
put you on the spot.
There are so many good singers around.
I know, that's the problem.
A lot of them work for me.
I'd quite like to look through your phone, actually, or your address book. I reckon that's probably quite interesting.
I think you'd find it very interesting. I might have to kill you afterwards.
Let's talk about your career in the music industry. How did you first begin?
Well, I was playing in a local band, and then a friend of mine said that there was a company called SBI near Chelmsford. We're looking for sound-alike singers, and they wanted a George Michael singer. So I went along and I did that, and it went quite well. And then I teamed up with one of the producers there. Kind of steamrolled from there. We wrote for this act. The management company invited us in. And they said, we've got this young girl here from Newcastle who's doing some modelling for us. She's a bit of a singer. Do you want to work with us? So we said yes. So she came down, and it was Cheryl Tweedy. We did a couple of songs, and it was perfect for me because it's like she had a Janet Jackson-y vibe, and she was easy to work with. And it was my first real vocal production. I could really work with her. So we did that, and off the back of that, there was a lot of interest. One thing led to another. Basically, we got a publishing deal off the back of those songs.
Amazing.
So that was the start of it. In the industry as such, as a writer, that was, and then alongside that I was doing the session stuff as well.
That's exciting.
As a bass player, believe it or not, I was initially a bass player. That was my thing. Yeah.
Did you start playing bass from a young age?
Yes, I did. I just wanted to be the best bass player in the world, and I would always, if I was sitting at home as a kid, I'd have my bass, and that was it.
So, obviously, you've been a professional musician from the early 90s, I presume.
91,
91. And you've worked with some of the most well-known musicians. Obviously, you said about Cheryl Tweedy.
Yeah.
Take That, Little Mix, One Direction, Pet Shop Boys, and Dina Carroll.
Yeah.
And when I read that you'd worked with Dina Carroll, I screamed out loud because she's my ultimate inspiration as a singer. I love Dina Carroll. What was it like working with her?
I had to go for an audition. It's my first big bass audition, so I went to a studio in Chiswick, and we sat there. I was all ready. I'd learnt the songs. I'd put all my prep in, and we sat there with the musical director, and then all day, and I'm thinking, at some stage he's going to ask me to get my bass out here and do something, And then he picked up the phone and he phoned up the management company. He said, "Hey, yeah, I've just got the guy for the gig. He's called Ricky Hanley," and I didn't play a thing, but I was somebody had recommended me anyway, so he's like, I knew you could play, we just had to know that you'd fit in with the guys of the band. But then Dina became unwell with her hearing, so then the company kept me on to work with a singer called Pauline Henry, with a song called Feel Like Making Love, which was a hit. And then through that I did my first Top of the Pops. But
amazing.
But during the rehearsals, Dina was there rehearsing for something else, and we did spend some time together, which is great. She's lovely, beautiful. I did 7 in the end, so occasionally they'll come on, So I did Robson and Jerome, and it was number 1.
Oh, and you see yourself on telly, you're like, oh, it's me.
It was number 1 for 13 weeks, so we did lots of those. And
I bet.
And the next act I did was Take That. Never Forget, and that was straight on. So I did.
That's crazy.
I had a run of Top of the Pops, which is great.
You've worked with so many incredible musicians. Who's your all-time favourite that you've worked with?
I have to say Mike Rutherford from Genesis, just because my brother, as a kid, loved Genesis, so we had Genesis playing all the time. I remember coming home and pushing the answering machine, and it was like, "Hello, Ricky, this is Mike Rutherford here," and I'm like, "Wow,"
Did you record that and keep it?
I kept it forever because it was like, "Wow."
Yeah.
And he said, "I'd like you to come up for 3 days. You can stay over." And it was the big Surrey mansions, all these 70 pop stars. So I was in that. There was Rod, Paul Carrick, a guy called Ross Ballard, who was a fantastic writer, wrote some legendary 70s rock. I was amongst that circuit for a while, and that was great. But just spending a few days over at Mike's, it was the Genesis studio, It was like Phil Collins had been in recording, and Mike asking me what I thought, and I'm like, this kid from Ipswich, So that was fantastic.
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, literally this little kid from Ipswich. Yeah. What is next for you in 2025?
At the moment, we have the next Masked Singer. We're contracted for that one from July, so that'll be then. But as a writer, I've had a year. I joined a local band for a year with my brother. So because of that, I didn't do many songwriting camps where you go away for 10 days, mainly Sweden, Denmark, but also Korea and Japan. So I haven't done that at all this year. So I want to do more of that again next year. And I want to try and aim to Nashville. I had a song released in Nashville last year, and I want to build on that. We've opened a few doors there.
And Nashville, I love the idea of Nashville as someone that is really into their music. It just seems like the centre of the universe. And
great songs, great songwriters. It's a real art. Songwriting is a real art in Nashville.
Have you got any incredible stories that you'd like to share with us from your career? Anything that's suitable for radio?
I was with Take That when Robbie left. That was like a circus.
That would have been amazing.
Crazy. Yeah, but go and turn up to rehearsals and there's press everywhere. Oh. Everything turned upside down. But I was with them that day when that happened. So that was That was a big one. Yeah,
massive.
Yeah, it was big.
You are my last guest of the year.
Oh, wow.
So thank you very much for coming in. I've loved having you in the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your stories with me. Have a great 2025.